440.
Oh, there's going to be some people call.
Is it real? All right, we're sorry. Shawn and Wally, statewide Arkansas Radio Network. Every Friday this time, we bring him in. Neil Summerline telling us a great story during the break. Big Sarge here with his weekly fishing report. Before we dive into the big fishing tournament taking place tomorrow, Lake Ouachita, Sarge. We'll talk about Lake Maumelle, too. We'll talk about you went fishing with Neil, I guess, yesterday, right?
Oh, yeah, I had a good time.
And you actually caught a fish. And you said last week on the show that if you caught a bass, what? How big before you'd keep it? It had to be
over 12.
And how big was the bass you caught yesterday?
Oh, 3.5 was probably the biggest. Smallest, 2.5, something like that.
Okay. And you gave it the big Sarge salute and put it back?
Oh, yeah. Hey, catch and release, that's what we're about.
So you salute it when it goes back in the water?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, Neil told me to. He said, hey, you got that salute down. You got to salute it when you drop her back in there.
Man, you're big Sarge. You can't listen to a dude with a beard, can you?
That's okay.
866-275-8255, 433-8255. You have a question for Big Sarge. Alicia joins us here on Shawn and Wally. She had the question last week about the rod and reel. Correct, Alicia? Was that you?
I sure did.
And sorry about that. We hung up on you earlier. I apologize about that.
How you doing?
Okay. I just wanted to tell Big Sarge thank you so much. My husband loved it. It was such a great idea, and it's a fantastic reel.
Well, good. I'm glad he's happy. And when he gets out there on the water, call up here and get some tips. I'll help him out.
Okay, thanks so much.
You betcha.
You're a Big Sarge.
Can I ask him a question?
Yeah.
Because
Come on.
I don't know anything about fishing, and it amazes me. How are you a good fisherman? I mean, how do you?
Time on the water.
But what makes a difference if you go out there and throw something in, and I throw in my lure?
Okay.
Good job.
Thank you. I do know that. How can you catch a bigger fish than me?
Well, Lord, everybody.
Hey, Big Sarge.
Yeah, I know.
Where do I start?
That's your she's a sideline reporter. She tell you that?
That's why.
That's my fluff question of the day.
The fishing industry guys out there, I know what they're thinking right now. You have to have what they call a fish head.
Okay.
And
That's
you'll know
scary.
real quick if you can go out there and you can catch a fish. You either have it or you don't. Yeah, and you can be taught to go out there and catch a fish, but the secret is, can you find the fish? And that's where your big tournament guys are, that have gone pro and making the money. They know how to find a fish.
But how do you find a fish? I mean, if it's 30 feet deep?
So what are you asking, how much of this is luck? Is that what you want to know?
No, I know it's obviously not luck because he can go out there and do it repeatedly. I just don't get it.
Yeah, it's just time on the water. You're going to know right now that the fish are either shallow or deep. And the only way you're going to know that is to go out there and you got to practice.
So the bottom line is I have to have a fish head.
You got to know what's going on. And that's why I'm here to give you tips. So, whenever you're ready to go fishing. And
Big Sarge, I wanted to see you and Bill Ingram fish together in a boat, but I'm almost going to go with this little one over here, Lisa, and try to watch her fish also. Have you fished before, Lisa?
Uh-huh.
When's the last time you went fishing?
I was probably 12.
Oh.
My granddaddy was a big fisherman, and it was disgusting because he used live crickets.
live crickets.
He was fishing for brim.
Okay.
She knows more than we do.
Well, hey,
And so I would watch him.
that's okay.
Did you eat them? Did you eat the fish?
Oh, yeah. He would clean them and cook them, and he didn't do the big Sarge salute and throw them back.
That's okay. That's okay. I'll take you out there and I can show you. We were out on Lake Maumelle, and I'm telling you right now, the fish are moving up shallow, and you can catch some fish.
We have tournaments taking place. Big one taking place too, Sarge. Fishing.
Yeah,
tournaments.
Lake Ouachita is huge. There's probably going to be over 200 boats up there tomorrow. So if you need to know anything about Lake Ouachita, give us a call because I've got I've got some secrets that's going on. And real quick, if I can, Shawn, fishingwithtammy.com. You need to go out there. If you fish Lake DeGray, next week she's going to have some GPS coordinates that's got all the new structure that she and the Game and Fish put out. So go out there on her web and you can check that out.
But it's here now, right? It's on now, correct? Is that you would say, Big Sarge? No more winter. We're good to go. That's behind us. The 75 inches of snow is a thing of the past, correct?
I hope so. We got 70 during the day. You got 60s at night. The fish are starting to move up. What we call is pre-spawn, and they're up there. They're looking around for a little place to lay their eggs. They're eating, is what we like to say. And a matter of fact, we're going to talk about. Can I talk a little bit about the Lake Conway?
Go ahead.
Okay, Lake Conway. If you like to crappie fish, get out there in Pierce Creek. If you don't have a boat, go to Highway 89 Bridge and use a white jig with a pink head, and you're probably going to catch your limit pretty quick.
A white jig and a pink head.
Yeah, I wish I had one here to show you, but it's just a little white jig, and here's the thing about crappie. They could be on that white jig with a pink head, and the next day they're on a black jig with a chartreuse head.
How many different colors do you have with that?
There's tons, and crappie will change every single day. Well, bass will too, but right now, a lot of people's calling me and emailing me just because the crappie's biting and they want to know where.
Will they change like morning to afternoon? Or is it that quick, or is it by the day, or what?
Now, I would go by the day. You know, they're finicky. If it's cloudy out, if it's sunny out, there you go.
Then why do they change?
Well, that's a good question. There you go.
Sideline reporter. She's
Yeah.
Sarge's like, you're fired.
Well, yeah, you're out. I take
Sarge, salute for you.
Yeah, that's it. Don't have her in there again. No, bottom line, I would have all my jigs out there, and I would start lining them up, and if I didn't catch one in 15 minutes, I'd change.
That's what I was going to ask you. Your rule of thumb by that is, if you throw a lure out, and in 15 minutes, if they're not biting, just move on, right?
Exactly.
Different spot or different lure? Different spot or different lure?
No, if I think there's fish there, I'm going to go different lure.
Come back and join us after the break. Big Sarge's Fishing Report right here on the Arkansas Radio Network. 866-275-5255. What in there?
Oh, my.
Jeff, hi!
Shawn just fell out of the boat.
There's no Big Sarge salute going on now, man. I'm done. Jeff, how you on?
Hey, good. Hey, Shawn, Wally, how you guys doing this afternoon?
I was doing good about 10 seconds ago.
How you doing, Jeff?
Man, doing good. Hey, I enjoy listening to your show. Just want to put that out there. And wanted to, Big Sarge is a guest there, and wanted to ask Big Sarge, got a local club tournament coming up out there on Washita coming up, and want to know if you give me any pointers out there towards Washita, if you've been on it, lure selection, what you'd recommend, depth, water depth. Water depth's always important. I like getting out doing the fishing, It's probably not up there in the rankings with you, but doing just a weekend warrior for me, but we do a little local club tournament, and Washita's a tough lake for me, always has been, deep, clear water. Just wanted to see if you had any advice on that, and that's my question, and just going to hang up and listen. Shawn, Wally, I appreciate you guys. I love that show.
Thanks, man.
And, man, Arkansas, I hope your Big Sarge, I hope your show takes off, man, because we need a show here for local fishermen, showing local lakes, the river here, because everything's out of state that it shows on TV, and a lot of us can't get out of state and fish. But anyway, sorry to hold you up, but just any points or tips you can give me, brother, I appreciate it. And,
Okay, Jeff.
you guys have a good day, and I'm going to hang up and listen. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, you bet. Hey, real quick, since you're the first one to call in about Lake Washita, I'll go ahead and give you some good tips. Rattle trap, 1.5 ounce spinnerbait, and you need to fish in the back of those coves right now because they're fishing moving shallow. We all know that there's an inside and outside line to Lake Washita. You need to fish on the inside line. That's where the fish are moved up to. Concentrate in Crystal Springs and maybe Cedar Fish, and you're going to catch some fish.
Just like that.
Hey, that's how easy. All you got to do is go out there and put it to it.
What kind of lure?
Well, I said that, but I'll say it again. Rattle trap and a 1.5 ounce spinnerbait, but that's,
He just called me out.
I did that because she busted me out.
See, there you go. They don't go easier on the girls.
That's there. You just saw another bait right there.
There you go.
There you go.
Well,
But I hope that helps you out, Jeff.
Lisa mentioned technology during the break, Big Sarge, and we mentioned this before. But what struck me was I asked you the question. I said, "Hey, the ones who will not adapt to technology, what happens?" And obviously, you said that they are left behind. But I would think if I bought a graph or something 4 or 5 years ago, I'm still in the game. But you said 2 years ago you could be out of the game as far as technology. How far has it advanced in 24 months?
Yeah, you really got to stay up on top of your technology right now. You got that side imagery that shoots out 400 feet on both sides, and if you don't have the latest technology, then you're out there and you're finding brush piles, once in a while. But now if that guy's got that other graph. Now he's finding brush piles that the other guy didn't. So you just need to stay up on top of your equipment, and you're going to be okay.
Well, speaking of that, you know, I have a background in golf, and the USGA really regulates a lot of clubs, equipment, different things that pros can't use. When you're fishing for money, do they do the same?
They do not. You can use any kind of graphs that you want, but now remember, when you're in the money, that you're going to be polygraphed. So you can't cheat. So, but using graphs are not cheating.
Okay.
They polygraph you?
Oh, you betcha. Yeah.
So can like Wally and I's fishing tournament, can I have Wally polygraphed?
Oh yeah.
Even though he's not fishing?
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
Sean's definitely going to cheat.
Oh.
I'm going to win this thing somehow. All right. I'll
Not
give you
cheating,
this.
you're not trying.
Hey, see ya. Shawn and Wally, Arkansas Radio Network.